Welcome to another In Wheel Time podcast, a 30-minute mini version of the In Wheel Time car show that airs live every Saturday morning, 8 to 11 a.m. Central. Welcome to the In Wheel Time car show, your weekly award-winning go-to all things automotive place, along with Mike Out of This World Mars down there, absorbed into his computer, and King Conrad DeLong, absorbed into life. I'm Don Armstrong. I'm trying to be absorbed into anything I can be absorbed to. And then we have Mr.
Absorbing whiskey.
Shots. And then we have
Jeff and
Zegan
Alex.
And Alex, our in-studio guest today.
My intern.
His intern, that's right. And so, and also Kathy Caputo, thank you for coming and bringing Alex with you. We appreciate it. We always love in-studio guests, and we always appreciate food. And she didn't disappoint with some very special yummy stuff.
Everything bagels.
Yes. Well, there's bagels and there's also pastries. So we're going to sample that.
I'm the bagel guy. Anything with garlic on it, I'm good to go.
Oh, boy.
And
we can tell.
And I got butter, so it's all good. We're trying to get a hold of Jim Morrison because we have some information that we thought that
some cool information
that we thought that you would enjoy hearing about an all-new Jeep that is headed your way. And but in the meantime, and while we work on getting a hold of him, Mr. Brockman, Mr. Reynolds and Reynolds, okay? Mm-hmm. Federal judge in California has agreed to allow former Reynolds and Reynolds Company CEO Bob Brockman to face charges of tax evasion and wire fraud closer to his home here in Houston. In an order issued last Monday, U.S. District Judge William Alsup granted a motion Brockman's attorneys filed in November to transfer the government's case against him to the U.S. District Court for the Southern District of Texas. Alsup wrote that transferring the case is warranted based on a test of several factors, including the defendant's location of witnesses, and other considerations. But other factors, namely Brockman's declining health and U.S. Department of Justice policy that aims to prosecute criminal tax cases where a taxpayer lives or works, for the most significant deterrent effect, make Houston the most appropriate place to pursue the case.
Is this like an Enron thing?
Yes.
He's going to walk. You watch. He's going to walk.
If he lives that long.
Yeah. Well, that's...
Yeah. So he faces 39 counts, including tax evasion, wire fraud, money laundering, and evidence tampering. He's pleaded not guilty. In November, Brockman stepped down from his roles as chairman and CEO of the privately held dealership management system giant. He was succeeded by Tommy Barras, who's been promoted to president and COO in June. We ready, Mr. Mars?
Mm-hmm. Yes, sir.
Okay. Well, let us not waste haste, and let's just move right on to it. The head of the Jeep brand for FCA, still FCA, is Mr. Jim Morrison. Hi, Jim. How are you? Well, Jim, we really don't care about you. We're more interested in the cat. Is the cat there with you?
Elliot, yeah. Where's Elliot?
Where's Elliot?
Yeah, that's funny. Elliot, we talked about that this morning.
Yeah.
Elliot is the star of the last show. In fact, I'm a day away from actually trying to do the same thing, which was, do the interview from inside the new, the Grand Cherokee L. Like we did the 392 Wrangler.
Right.
And then, of course, I would make sure that Elliot could jump in and go through a little bit of a different setting here today in Michigan, because it's in the 20s.
No.
So not so much fun to have the top off the Wrangler like last time we spoke, but it's warming up. But we got lots of snow here in Michigan.
Well, tell us about your newest toy.
Oh, the Grand Cherokee L. It's been a great last few days. If they haven't seen it, a little bit of shameless marketing plug here, but go on to Jeep.com and watch the reveal of the new Grand Cherokee, and they'll be able to see everything that I can't articulate well here on radio. But just today, amazing new Jeep we launched to the world. Here on Thursday at noon.
Well, just so you'll know, Jim,
we've got a few pictures we're going to post up that we've collected.
We stole some that we're going to show while you're talking.
Perfect.
Yeah, so it's up there now. So please go ahead and tell us all about it. This is a much-awaited vehicle that, and to be honest with you, I did not know about the L. We were all just waiting for the Jeep Grand Cherokee, the all-new. It's the first redesign of the most popular, highest, biggest-selling vehicle in your lineup.
Yes, and we kept it a pretty good secret.
You
Mike
did.
was talking about it with the press as this mysterious three-row SUV that we were going to launch out of our new Mack assembly plant here in Detroit, Michigan, and so we were able to kind of keep that under wraps. And usually we can't keep that kind of stuff. Usually it leaks through, but it was a nice surprise to the world, and I think a logical one for a lot of folks. When they take a look at Grand Cherokee, most awarded SUV in history, it had a lot. Of a really strong following. We've done about 7 million Grand Cherokees over the years. Wow. Of course, SUV of Texas. I think 5 years in a row.
Right.
Great vehicle, and I've talked a lot about us listening to our customers, and one of the things our customers kept telling us is, hey, there's a need for a true Jeep or a Grand Cherokee in a three-row. And as you know, over the years, almost 30 years since we started this segment with the Grand Cherokee, we only had it as a two-row vehicle. So it came as a logical extension to our customers as a response to them, and to our dealers who are asking for a three-row Grand Cherokee. So it's a nice logical extension to the range. But it needed to be a true Jeep first, right? So it's got 3 4-wheel drive systems, air suspension, select terrain. It's a true Jeep. We take 4-wheel drive capability to the next level with the Grand Cherokee L, and then wrap it with an incredible amount of luxury and technology in order to deliver what we think will now be the new benchmark for the segment again, really raising the bar for the competition, and giving our customers what they're looking for in the marketplace with this new Grand Cherokee.
Well, I know that you already know this, but I just want to say it, and that is that the people that are behind the Ford Explorer and the Toyota Highlander and the Chevy Traverse and the Volkswagen Atlas, they're going,
they're scared to death. Yeah.
Hyundai Palisade, Kia. Nobody was expecting a three-row, and here you are, and now it's a whole different ball game.
Yeah, a couple of things to that point is, we're very proud to say that Grand Cherokee, even though it was only in two-row form, had the highest loyalty in the segment. A lot of people really, once they get into Grand Cherokee, it's a perfect size for them, and it's still market leader. After being in the marketplace, every competitor that you mentioned, and me, I never say a competitor's name, but thankfully easily to report that Grand Cherokee is still on the top of the game. So now we add in a three-row for those customers that truly need a three-row vehicle, and we expect to continue to grow both volume for our dealers, but most importantly, bring in new customers into the Jeep brand, and being able to keep them loyal and have them a member of the Jeep family.
Jim, are you still going to make the two-row?
We will. That'll be shown here in the not too distant future, and we're going to bring an electric 4xe into the mix with Grand Cherokee as well. Wow. So kind of in the second half of the year, we'll have the two-row and as well have an electrified Grand Cherokee.
Well, we know that you have known about this since its inception or beforehand, but for us, this is really exciting stuff. I mean, first of all, the fact that you've kept it a secret all this time, and now all of a sudden you come out with this three-row Grand Cherokee. I mean, we're all excited, man.
Yeah, and it's nice. I can't wait to get you guys in it, because it's really, we've done some really good interiors with our company, but this is the best interior I think we've ever done. And I think you can put it toe to toe with anything in the marketplace. And I'm talking, over $100,000 Bentleys, the real wood, the real leather, the technology that we have in this Jeep. I'm proud to say you can go toe to toe with anybody in the marketplace. We've introduced a Summit Reserve package that's got leather on the doors, leather on the center console, It's got a 10-inch cluster, 10-inch radio. This thing is incredible with the amount of technology it's got, and of course, it's a true Jeep. So it's got 3 new 4-wheel drive systems that will be able to make this Grand Cherokee climb up a wall if you want to.
Well,
It's the only one that's trail rated.
Well, we know what you've done with the Ram brand and all of the luxurious interiors. It's changed the industry, to be frank with you, and you already know that. You won't say it, but I'll say it for you. And I would imagine that that attention to detail with the interiors probably kind of molds right on over to the Jeep brand.
Yeah, we find it important when you're going to put a big radio in a vehicle that you don't just kind of tack it on and slap it on like an iPad, like some of our competitors have, and make it look like it's an afterthought like it was. But, we design the whole interior around those key components, and we know that our customers, really like that technology. And whether it be, you just put your iPhone down on the center console, and you don't have to plug it in because it wirelessly connects to CarPlay or Android Auto, and then pulls up a gigantic Waze, 10-inch Waze on the middle of your screen. Really easy technology to live with. We've tried to make sure that we're the benchmark there, and then we've pushed the limits as well with some cool tech. We've got this new heads-up display, and as well we brought in. Something that I think will be really good for the Texas customers is night vision. So you're rolling down the road at speed, and a deer pops out of the road, or a hog for you guys, or or a dog, whatever it is, and the Jeep will tell you, hey, look out, you can't see it yet, but there's an animal coming out of the ditch.
Cool.
So it'll really give you some cool alerts there, and of course it works for people too. I should say that it's not just animals, but it keeps you from rolling at speed and smoking an animal. It's actually a very, very good technology.
Jim, I also understand that you are debuting the new Uconnect 5 infotainment system in it.
Yeah, that's it's amazing, and we've won a lot of awards, and certainly the. I think that was Technology of the Year in Texas a few years in a row as well. And, we're well known for our Uconnect system, very easy to do business with, but we've taken it to the next level here with Uconnect 5, very fast, very easy to find, kind of always just one touch away for the key technology that you're looking for. Nice 10-inch screen, really crisp and clear. It's amazing how clear it is. And then it talks through to the new technology that we've added. So it's a really nice system. The guys have done a great job with it.
Yeah, and we posted up some pictures of the interior of your saddle colored, and I'm assuming it was your top tier.
It was probably the
interior.
Summit.
Very pretty.
The Summit.
Very pretty.
And the double French stitch diamond pattern is breathtaking.
Yeah.
You guys really did a nice job of dressing up the interior, and everybody's going to chase you, like Don was saying earlier, how you guys elevated Ram, and everybody's chasing you in what I see in the interior of this new the Grand Cherokee.
When you
L.
issue them, we're going to need 4 of them.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, exactly. I think one of the things, and you'll see it as you get to actually see, feel, and touch it. But our competitors are using plastic with some of this stuff. And vinyls, and we're very true to form with, real wood, real leather. If you even zoom in on the right-hand side, it says since 1941, that's a real chunk of metal, and our customers, want us to be authentic, and they want to have really nice materials, and we've done that, here with the Grand Cherokee. So it not only looks good, which you can see and feel on, you can see online, but you can actually, when you get to feel it, you'll feel like $1 million in the new Grand Cherokee.
So when's it supposed to hit the showroom?
Q2, so not far away.
Oh wow!
Wow.
Yeah.
You really did keep it secret.
Yeah, we did. Originally, kind of the story behind the story is originally we were going to show it at the LA Auto Show, but then of course auto shows kind of got shut down, and we were able to do things, kind of right in our backyard. So that little, display stand and stuff that we set up was in Connor Avenue, right downtown Detroit. So, right in the home of the brand, and only 20 minutes from the plant. So it was kind of a little bit of a different way to roll a vehicle out, but very easy. And we kept it really close to our vest, here until the very last minute.
Well, I know
the engineers are waiting they ripped the camo off, and they're running around the flesh now. So it's a lot of fun.
Well, I know that we're here to talk about the Grand Cherokee, but let's not lose track of the fact that you guys, from what I understand, are going to be debuting the Wagoneer here, not in the not too distant future.
Yes, the Wagoneer comes on board, and you'll be seeing more of that here soon too. So, it's been a lot of fun. We've rolled out the 4xe or the electric Wrangler. We rolled out the 392 Wrangler. So we've got both the most environmentally friendly and most capable Wrangler with the 4xe, and then we went the hell with the joke and threw a 392 cubic inch V8 in the Wrangler too. So that was what we talked about last time. And then now we've got Grand Wagoneer and Grand Cherokee. There's a lot of new stuff in the Jeep showroom.
So Jim,
coming our way.
Let me ask you a personal question. I mean, do you sleep at all anymore?
There used to be some time between 3 and 5 in the morning, and right now it's if you look at the bags under my eyes.
Yes, we see them.
You can see that I haven't been getting much of that, but certainly not. Although it's a really exciting time when you have there's not a whole lot of people in the marketplace bringing new vehicles to market right now, and to have so much coming to marketplace, it's a lot of fun.
Next time you have something in the pipeline, let us know. We can keep a secret.
Yeah, right. Don't tell us.
No,
we're not good at that. Now, before we let you go, Jim, I want to ask you. Fiat Chrysler and the PSA merger. We're getting close here. All of the approvals have been made. When are you projecting all of this to be done with?
It's coming up real close. It'd be a different conversation if we were having it even a week or so from now. So we're getting really close. All the approvals are there, and the balls are in motion, and that's another exciting time. Cool Beagle, by the way.
Oh, thank you. Yes, that's the Suze.
My first dog was a Beagle, so I love those.
Yeah,
dogs.
but you've got an Elliott.
Yeah, you've got the Elliott
now.
Yeah, Elliott. Yeah, and my dog's name is Turbo. So where's Turbo? Hey, Turbo. He probably should be a star of the show here today. Is Turbo inside? Anyway, send in Turbo. We're talking about dogs versus cats today, but anyway, yeah, it's a really exciting time with the PSA merger coming on here with the new Stellantis company.
And, I guess the one reason that I bring it up is because not only are you delivering all of these brand new vehicles in the Jeep brand, but let's face fact, I mean, this is a huge thing. This is going to make your company the fourth largest automaker in the world. I mean, this is huge. And from what I understand, you're going to have some really incredible brands that are going to be joining the entire company. Yeah, the portfolio. I mean, I can't think. I'm glad that you're a young man because, old men can't stand all of this stuff, man. We'd be on the couch with the therapist after a couple of days.
Yeah, well, on the personal note, my very first vehicle was a Peugeot 504. Interestingly enough, that I wrecked off-roading. That's kind of the story behind the story, but my French isn't too bad either, so that's that will help.
Well, it's an exciting time at Jeep. It's a very exciting time at Jeep. A great chance for everybody to go into the Jeep dealers as they are launching all of these new vehicles and buy 2 or 3 of them.
Yeah, buy 2 or 3.
That's the other benefit of holding out to the very end. We had a really good dealer meeting, just ahead of the launch. Showed them the preview of the car. Kind of rolled it out with them, and the customers have actually already gone into dealers and ordered them. So it's really nice. You don't have to wait. We don't have to make excuses. Like some other manufacturers are doing out there. We're just easy to do business with. You love it. Hey, go to your local Jeep dealer. They can order you one, and we'll put you on the front of the line and make you smile and be the first in your neighborhood with the new Grand Cherokee.
Well, Jim, it's great news, and it's very exciting. Congratulations on the big secret. and it's out of the bag now. So I guess we probably got a few viewers headed out there right now to order their new Grand Cherokee L that's going to be at the dealership in Q2. So thanks again. We appreciate it. It's always great to talk to you. Hey, please let us know when you got something coming down the line that you want to talk to, maybe the day before or something like that.
We need secrets.
Here's the next 5 here.
Oh,
That doesn't zoom in on those, but a lot going on.
Well,
with Jeep.
give Elliot and the family our best, and it's good to talk to you, Jim, as always.
thank you very much.
Thanks, Jim.
Take care, guys.
You do the same. Jim Morrison, the head of the Jeep brand up there in the Detroit area.
What a hoot.
Yeah, I'm really glad to hear they're still going to hang with the 2-row because my wife's car, we went out of our way to find a 2-row SUV because everybody's putting the 3rd row in that midsize, and we just didn't want it.
Well, notice that it's an L. So
Yes.
apparently they've stretched
longer wheelbase.
Yeah,
stretched
so
it.
that's good to know.
Yeah.
Well, that was the Jeep Grand Cherokee was the 15th most popular vehicle in sales in 2020 as well. So, Jeep's most popular vehicle. Wrangler right behind it with by about 6,000 vehicles. So they got 2 of the top 20 cars in the industry.
So the L could be 2 things, luxury and length.
Yep.
Could be, or it could be luxurious length.
There you go.
All right, so let me ask you this.
Or it could be Larry.
Because I don't know, because I haven't talked to you. But do we have Ryan's excellent car adventure today? Do we
Yes.
have that?
We can pull that up.
Are we ready to do that?
I can pull it up.
Okay, so he's the newest member of our staff. His name is Ryan Ainsley, and you've heard the last name with our David Ainsley. This is his son.
So we're trying to lower the age of our staff.
So here we go.
Child labor.
Okay, I don't have the audio to this. Do you guys have audio to this?
Yeah, it should. The audio's on.
Go ahead. It's not running there, Jeffrey.
Today we're at the Catalina Coffee Car Meet. Gonna check out some sweet rides. I don't even know what this is. What is this?
Cool.
Where does he go for these? I'm
not real sure.
Well,
At the very beginning, he mentions it's a something in coffee. This was a regular
Cars
thing.
and Coffee event.
Well, it's that type. I mean, that wasn't the name of it.
But it's somewhere Octane and Coffee or something like that.
Shots
Everybody's
and
got
Coffee.
the- yeah.
Shots and Coffee. Not at that level. It's not. So, am I talking over the? Because I can't
No,
hear.
we're good. That was us coming back on the air. But you can see it's primarily an import collection of vehicles, which is where the youth tend to be, is more on the import level of vehicles than on the domestic side of things. So all the Audis, Mazdas, another Honda S2000, which I think's very, very cool little car, and there aren't a whole lot of them out there.
That is a great car.
Yeah, that's a great car.
Did
you ever drive one?
I did, and I'm usually not impressed with those kind of cars, but I'll tell you what, that thing had more power, and the handling was unbelievable.
Yeah.
Last time I drove it up at Texas Motor Speedway up in Fort Worth, and I drove it on the road course in the middle out there, not the banked oval, but the road course, and I was stunned by the handling of that car.
And, here's the newest Supra right there. That's the 2020 Supra. And, Toyota's actually going to
Everyone
switch
else is
that
like
up. That is a BMW-based vehicle, that Supra, with a BMW inline six-cylinder. They're about to release a BMW turbocharged collection of Ford Fiestas and Mazdas and Hondas.
But one thing in common with most of these cars is
Giant
that
blower on that
most of them
C6.
are four-cylinders. And I don't. Did they
was
offer
awesome.
the Fiesta in a
look at
turbocharged
this Jeep.
version?
Yeah, the ST.
Look at that.
think
I don't know, but what are you guys doing?
Yeah, I think the ST they offered them a turbocharged with the little
Holy
EcoBoost
crap.
turbocharged version of it.
Dude, this
and
Jeep's
then
cool.
here's
Wide body. See, it looks
the
good.
collection of
Where's
it's
your
another
wide
G.
body?
I'm not a fan.
I don't know
It
if
looks
it's
cool.
G37, G35, but. Fan of anything Audi. Audi's, builds a nice car and they're always good looking.
Look there's a old Dodge truck.
In a black Corvette, Don. Oh, that's a black Corvette with the engine sticking out of the hood. There's something special going on.
I tried
there.
to do that one time back in the day with the 77. What a pain that was.
Trying to get a blower out of there.
No, it wasn't that. I had a tunnel ram with 2 4-barrels on it. It's like, I
might have looked cool, but unless you know what you're doing, making it run is kind of hard.
I really don't want to cut a hole in the hood. And thank God I didn't. Well, that would have been terrible. But at any rate, so this is very similar to the one that we had last week. Same. As a matter of fact, I've seen some of the same cars here.
Probably.
And we're going to get the audio worked out on this, hopefully, by next weekend, that we'll be able to
well, you hope you don't pull up to a speed bump with that car.
Yeah, and hopefully we'll be able to get
it all worked out.
Get it all worked out so we can hear it here in the studio as well. All right. Well, so that's enough of that. Thank you very much, David Ainsley.
We know you put a lot of work into it.
Ryan Ainsley's excellent car adventures, so thank you very much. Okay, so we're going to take a quick break now, and we're going to wrap things up right after a couple of words from our sponsors. Stay with us.
Texas Truck Works is your go-to truck customizer. From mild to wild lift kits, custom wheels, and steering and handling enhancements to the best personal and commercial wraps, Texas Truck Works delivers. Let Texas Truck Works founder Scott Stevens help you get the most out of your truck or Jeep. Texas Truck Works has decades of customizing experience, including power adders and complete engine swaps. Let the Texas Truck Works team design an upgrade plan that fits your budget. Get truck attitude today at TexasTruckWorks.com. Tailpipes and Tacos is Houston's premier cruise-in, and you're invited to join in. Whether you're a cruiser or spectator, Tailpipes and Tacos is the place to enjoy made-to-order breakfast tacos, fresh coffee, and mingle with Houston's fun car people. Mark your calendar for Saturday, January 16th for Tailpipes and Tacos at the Lupe Tortilla Mexican Restaurant in Katy, 8 a.m. to 11 a.m. Tailpipes and Tacos is free, and everyone is invited. You'll see collector cars, hot rods, customs, magnificent originals, and resto mods all at one location. Cars from all over Southeast Texas cruise in and show off in a friends and family event. The Lupe Tortilla Mexican Restaurant on the Grand Parkway at Kingsland Boulevard, just south of I-10 and Katy. Drag racer, car enthusiast, and Lupe founder Stan Holt brings you Houston's hottest cruise-in, Tailpipes and Tacos, Saturday, January 16th, 8 to 11 a.m. at Lupe's in Katy. The In Wheel Time Car Show will be there too. Get your ride ready, and we'll see you at the Tailpipes and Tacos Saturday morning cruise-in, January 16th, 8 to 11 a.m. at Lupe's in Katy, weather permitting. Is your business or company looking to stand out in a crowded advertising market? Looking to reach the real auto enthusiast? Well, you found it. You're listening or watching In Wheel Time, and so are your fellow enthusiasts. The In Wheel Time Car Show now reaches 500,000, and we can put together a marketing plan that will engage them in your product, business, or service. To get the tires rolling, just shoot us an email to our marketing director, Jeff Zekin. His address is jeff@inwheeltime.com.
Well, guess what that sound signals?
The end.
Shots. Shots. That's it for this episode of the In Wheel Time Car Show. When you're on Facebook, please give us a like, tell your friends about us, and share your junk. You'll also get Conrad's Unicorn Hunting features, along with all things automotive all week long. The In Wheel Time Car Show streams on Facebook, YouTube, Twitch, and on InWheelTime.com. Podcasts are available on Pandora, Amazon, Apple Podcasts, Spotify, Stitcher Radio, iHeart Podcast, Google Podcast, and Podcast Addict. Special thanks to all of our guests today. The In Wheel Time Chief Engineer is the fabulous David Ainsley. Our Video Technical Director, Sales and Marketing Man, Jeffrey Zekin. This week's In Wheel Time Car Show is produced and directed by the D.C. Police Department. For booking agent and podcast man, Mike Out of This World Mars, and his royalty, King Conrad DeLong, do the wave.
Do the wave.
I'm Don Armstrong saying so long for now. We hope you'll join us on the next live show next Saturday, 8 to 11 a.m. Central Time at Tailpipes and Tacos at the Lupe Tortilla in Katy, Grand Parkway at I-10, right here on the Smoke and Mirrors Network. Thanks for being part of the In Wheel Time family. Mask up, stay healthy, and saying so long for now, this is Don Armstrong speaking.
That's it for this podcast episode of the In Wheel Time Car Show. I'm Don Armstrong, inviting you to join us for our live show every Saturday morning, 8 to 11 a.m. Central on Facebook, YouTube, Twitch, and our InWheelTime.com website. Podcasts are available on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, Stitcher, iHeart Podcast, Podcast Addict, TuneIn, Pandora, and Amazon Music. Keep listening, and we'll see you soon.